In today's episode, once again, we speak to the amazing Andrea Swanner. Andrea is a wife, mom to five, multi-business entrepreneur, and a business nerd with a passion for helping female entrepreneurs in the wellness space to grow a thriving business. And today we're speaking to Andrea about how to turn your passions into purpose and then make a profit. Let's find out. And remember, if you want to upgrade your money mindset, then click on the link www.millionairefoundations.com and watch my free training. Welcome. This is Gull, your money mindset expert. And once again, we have the beautiful, the charming, the lovely, the resilient Andrea Swanner. Welcome, Andrea.
Hello, Gull. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming back, Andrea. Andrea, we had such a fantastic conversation with you on Friday, and I'm so excited to speak to you again today. But before we do, everyone's heard your intro. They know how fabulous we are, but please, in your own words, tell everybody what it is that you do.
Hello. Well, I'm Andrea Swanner. I am a craftpreneur. I own a small online craft supply and handmade decor business. And I also have a freelance consulting business where I help passionate entrepreneurs create more efficiency in their businesses.
Awesome. So today's topic is very apt. It's actually turning your passion into purpose and making a profit. Now, we're talking about this because that's what you've done, right, Andrea?
Yes. And haven't been happier since I decided to pursue this new level of life. And that's really what it feels like, a new level of living.
Awesome. And I think if someone listens to Friday Feature, they'll understand why we're saying this today. So talk us through this, Andrea. How does one even recognize what is my passion? And then how do they turn that into a purpose and then make a profit from it? Because people think, well, you know what? They get so used to living their life that into day-to-day corporate life, especially. I don't know what my passion is. I don't know what I need to do. I don't know what I'm good at. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I don't have a purpose. That's generally the blank look that you give, the people have. So how does one even recognize what their passion is?
And when you said that, it made my heart sad.
Yeah.
Because I remember being in that position where I thought my only purpose was coming in from Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock until 4:30 and making sure there wasn't any paperwork on my desk when I left. And then having a home life, like work life, home life. I thought that was my purpose. And it's really, really sad when you don't realize that literally the whole world is open to you. Anything that you can imagine is out there. You just have to find it and grab it. So, oh no, Gull, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
That was my alarm. That was my alarm. Let you guys know that anything out there is available to you. All you have to do is find it and grab it. And everyone has a purpose, and it may be something that you have to dig for, look for, look within yourself for, which is something that I really, really had to do. I had to find time. I had to own the time to really myself to pursue a higher level of living because I knew that I wanted more. I didn't know what more looked like, but I knew that I wanted more. So the first thing that I had to do was take responsibility for that and really map out what that was. So I had to figure out what my drive was, what excited me, what motivated me. And for a little while, it was chasing rabbits down trails, like anything that excited me, anything that I was curious about, I went after that. I took a few classes in neuroscience on the graduate level, quickly realized that wasn't for me. I did some hospice volunteering, which I really, really love. And I will get back into doing that soon. I did lots of things and figured out that serving others was what I enjoy most. And really took a deep dive into serving to figure out what that means for me. And let go of some things like from my employee life. I let go of some of those employee tasks and realized that I really, really do need those. I really do need to generate ideas. I really do need to problem solve. And so I figured out how to combine those things together. And I have my craft business now, which you see my sewing machine behind me. I've always been crafty, creative, art classes, craft classes, sewing, things like that since I was small. And I have to have the business side too. I have to be a business nerd as well. And just really figuring out how to combine those things to create a purpose for yourself in addition to finding the purpose that's within you.
So what I'm hearing from you is, if you're unsure of what your passion is, try things, try everything. And just go out there and allow yourself the freedom, and obviously allow yourself the time to explore, to get connected with yourself again. So in all these, when you're exploring all of these different aspects of yourself, it's reintroducing yourself to who you are, because I think we get so pigeonholed into, I'm this 9 to 5, or even as parent, I'm this mother, I'm this father, I'm this individual, I'm this, the doctor or the lawyer, the CEO, whatever the hell you are, and whatever role you're doing. And we forget other parts of our personality. So in order for us to reconnect with our passion, we have to reintroduce ourselves to who we are by trying out different things. I know one of my all-time passions when I was younger was dancing. And I haven't done that for years. I gave it up. I think, and I've never been, by the I was a good Muslim girl, so I never went to clubs and things. I'm not really keen on the club dancing. I'm more into Indian classical dancing, Kathak specifically. And I love and adore Bollywood and Kathak dancing. Kathak is so graceful. I haven't done that in years, like years. And so someone could think, well, I like dancing, but I can't make money from it. Well, no, but that's one aspect of yourself. So what, the joy that dancing brings me, what something else brings? And I remember, because I did this exercise recently, and I remember thinking, okay, I also love singing. I used to take professional singing lessons, and then we stopped as well. So I can start that again and see if I can take that further and whatever else. But then, like, I've just given 2 examples of something that I used to do when I was in teens. So I can reintroduce in my 40s. This is something you can just try different things, and go and see what makes you happy. And as you go down this path, the universe will show you more and more and more parts of yourself that you've forgotten, and you can reconnect and think, oh, actually, this makes me happy. This is what I'm passionate about. Because the things will make you happy, and the things you're passionate about. I know that, helping people, doing the garden makes me happy. But when I'm dancing, when I was dancing, or when I sing even now, that is where I'm passionate, because that's when I'm like literally in my own little zone and I'm really, really happy. So this is where, but it took time for me to reintroduce it to myself. And I have a mental note. I'm going to go and learn Kathak again, just for myself. I'm not going to go, I've never been a performer, but it'll be just for myself. This is what you need to do. So step 1 would be, from what I'm understanding from you saying, try out different things to find out what you're actually passionate about. Now, once we know what we're passionate about, how do we turn it into a purpose?
Okay, so I want to address something. I hear a lot of people that number one, I love to hear what people are passionate about. Like that just really lights a light inside of me, hearing what you love. But I want to encourage people not to say, I love doing this, but I can't make money from it. No, 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 no. I love to do this. How can I make money?
Oh, I love that. Yes, I love that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, and really another thing that I've noticed is when I like listening to you now talk about your passions, you have to be able to stay motivated. That's how you know you found your sweet spot, when no matter how many times you hear it, no matter how many times you're in that situation, it still lights you up. It makes you smile. It makes you feel light on the inside, like you're floating. That's your thing. And then think, wow, how can I make profits from this? This is my passion. How can I make profits from this? And then you'll find your purpose right in the middle. That little bubble is your purpose.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you found, and I love talking about this because I've really done like a complete spin into a different person, and never thought I'd be anything but an employee. I never ever thought I'd be an entrepreneur. But once I found that I love to serve others and that I love to serve others when it comes to business, whether it's their craft business, their life coaching business, I love to serve them within that. That's definitely my purpose, and I try to embrace that as my purpose. Another thing that I've always tried to do, which you mentioned about being a mom, when I introduced myself before, I'm a wife, I'm a mom. No, no, no. Hi, I'm Andrea. I am a wife and a mother, but number one, I'm Andrea. So now that I've said all of that, once you find your passion, you start building that passion into your purpose and start thinking of how you can create a business foundation off of that passion purpose. And because I'm a business nerd, I will say that there is more to a business than having an idea and just spending money out of that idea.
Yeah.
You have to give your idea legs to walk on so that the business can go places, and try to visualize that. If you think that you have a business concept, like, here's my business, it's the body, but I have to give it legs. And you're going to give your business legs by having a mission, by having values, and figuring out what type of impact you want that business to have.
Okay.
So,
I think there's and I love that you corrected me on this, on a couple of things that I think, well, I can't make money from it. Let me rephrase. I don't, because I make enough money elsewhere, I choose not to make money from that because I don't need to make money from that. But anything you do, you can make money from. I think this, if you want to be a writer, you can write books, especially now with the rise of Kindle. You can publish, self-publish in Kindle and so forth. If you want to, even dancing, if you can, pursue it, teach others, I don't know, take part in competition. Who knows what opportunity the universe can bring to you if you are truly passionate about it. Singing, you can teach singing, you can do voiceovers or whatever. There's so many different things you can do with your voice as well. So I think the possibilities in this day and age are like endless. I think we have to recognize in ourselves and give ourselves the permission to recognize our passions. I think this is the biggest word. I think the word is permission. We are too engrossed in our known identity, and we don't want to change our identity. And therefore, it's safer to stay in our boring, normal, day-to-day identity where we don't do anything. We just do our work, whatever, look after the kids and get on with it, than to take the risk to take on this new identity where we are X, Y, and Z, the dancer, the singer, the writer, the creative, the X, Y, and Z, along with being, a mother and a daughter and a wife or whatever we are. I think this is the biggest issue we have, and we are too afraid of judgments. So how does one overcome that judgments of those around us? It could be a spouse, it could be family, it could be friends, it could even be children. How do we overcome those, those limiting beliefs or the limiting of, people around us?
So letting go of but what if it fails? What if it doesn't work out? Well, what if it does? What if it does and you create generational wealth for the next 3 or 4 generations of your family? What if it does work out and you create this cure for this disease that saves millions of lives? I mean, let go of that what if it fails, because if it does go well, you've started it out, you have an idea, you have a concept, now you have something that you can work on and change. And what if it doesn't fail? What if it's a tremendous success? So let go of that. And that used to always be what if they say no? What if it fails? I've really, really learned to let that go. I've learned so many lessons from my failures that even the failures are a success at this point. So just let that go. Let that go.
I love that you said that. And I always say this, and I've said, I've made podcasts on this as well, on this specific topic. Nobody ever, has a straight line to success. Every entrepreneur I know has failed their way to success. And I always give the example of an airplane. Once the pilot's only responsible for liftoff and landing, honestly, between that, it's on autopilot. And when it's on autopilot, the plane is adjusting all the time. It gets, the wind knocks it off course, and then internal monitors say, oh, we're off course now. Let's bring it back even half a degree or 1/3 of a degree or 1/10 of a degree. How much of it is offline? I mean, off course. It brings it back online and goes, okay, we're going from Manchester to New York. Let's carry on going to New York. Oh no, we're off here. Let's come back and let's go back to New York. And you are literally adjusting all the time. So if you think about it, the plane failed all the way to New York because it's constantly readjusting its course. This is what we need to do in our life. As you said before, none of your plans ever work out, then I'm going to. You only know, the next step to do, or maybe the next 3 or 4, and you think I'm going to take X route, and the universe goes, no, I got a better one for you. Let's go and get Y. And you just have to go down that path. And it doesn't mean you're off destination. It just means you're taking a detour on because you've been thrown off route, and you will eventually come back. And some detours are very long. I know this, right? You're like, oh my God, I'm so behind. What happened here, But it's not. It's just because if you look at life, it's a success path of any entrepreneur. It's never there. It's there. And that's how it works. So you need to be able to give yourself permission to fail. The only people who always fail are the ones who never try. If you're trying, you're failing, you carry on going. You just carry on going. You learn, carry on going, learn, carry on going. And I remember this, I think it was Bob Proctor said it, may you rest in peace, that the only way to be sure that you're going to fail is never to try. Because you never tried, you've completely failed. You can't fail if you never stop, because you learn every single time and you carry on going. Because if you're never going to stop, you're never going to fail, because you've just learned a lesson. That's one way not to do it. Let's try another way. And that's what I'm hearing from you as well, that's what you've done with your business.
Yes. And I want all of your listeners and viewers to hear me out when I say this. I want you to be more afraid of holding that purpose, that passion within yourself, and not letting your light shine and inspiring and serving and giving that to others than you are to put it out there and it not go quite the way that you see or that you want it to. Share those gifts and those passions that you have with people. And I think we as entrepreneurs need to have this conversation more, that it's not a straight line to success. We learn a lot along the way. It's not, and I think that people that are starting their businesses out and see the Instagram influencers, sitting on the balcony in Paris, sipping champagne, and it looks really easy. It looks like your business is going to be an overnight success. And some people do luck up on overnight success, but then they have to stay at that success. But it really is a pathway of learning, a pathway of ups and downs. And you may not get the immediate results right away, but stay at it. That's the fun part about it. To me, learning those lessons and unexpected surprises and unexpected failures that I still learn from that later turn out to be successes are the greatest thing about entrepreneurship, because every day I'm learning something about my business, about myself, about the people that I serve, about the industry, and that's what makes me so on fire for it.
100%. I love that. So on that note, we're going to wrap this up. Give us some parting comments about someone who's thinking, okay, this sounds like a really interesting conversation between Gull and Andrea. So I think I need to go away and think about, how I can recognize my passions, give myself permission to change those passions to my purpose, and then eventually make a profit from it. What would be your parting comments?
You have endless opportunities. When you start pursuing your passions and figuring out how to make a purpose from those passions, your possibilities are absolutely endless. And every single challenge that you run across while you're on that journey, look at it as a journey, because that's really what it is. You'll learn lessons from, and they'll just make you a better person, a better entrepreneur. They'll make you someone that people can look upon for influence, for advice. And the most important thing, if you decide that you are going to use your passions to find your purpose, to make profits, is to always make strategic decisions. And you'll learn more about the decisions that are right for you along the way. And again, that's the fun in it. and let it be fun. Don't ever lose the fun in what you're doing, because looking for your passions, you're looking for that thing that lights you up. You don't want to get burned out on your passions. Always continue to have fun with it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So on that note, we're going to wrap up. Andrea, how can we connect with you? Where can we find you on the internet?
I'm always on LinkedIn. I'm a LinkedIn junkie, so you can find me on LinkedIn as Andrea Swanner, or you can always come to my website, and I would love to have a chat with you there. It's dva4coaches.com.
Thank you so much. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, the links that Andrea has just mentioned will be in the show notes. And if you're watching us on YouTube, then down below in the description section, we'll have the links to Andrea to go check her out. She is awesome. And I'm sure she can help you as if you do have a business, then see how she can help you solve problems in your business too. And so thank you so much, Andrea, for being so insightful, for giving us such an interesting conversation, both for today and for the future. It's been a pleasure having you.
It's been lots of fun, Gull. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for listening to me and Andrea today on Money Talkies. I will be speaking to another amazing individual, another amazing entrepreneur, another amazing coach or a mindset person, teaching you and I how we can build a better business. Until the next time you meet, this is Gull signing off. Take care and bye for now.